So we left off in the Grand Cemetery of Elturel, the city from the Forgotten Realms that was pulled off of the prime material plane and deposited here in the first layer of hell, of the nine hells, named Avernus. So, a lot of the people in the city have already, or died rather, in the initial transition between planes. It caused earthquake-like conditions. A lot of buildings collapsed. In addition, Avernus, as an environment, is occasionally known to have big meteors fall out of the sky, and one of these meteors crashed into the Grand Chapel, which was the most fortified building left, where everyone was hiding, and destroyed half of it. But you ended up meeting some of the folks who had holed up there, and you were ultimately looking for Duke Ravengard of Baldur's Gate, the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, who was on a diplomatic mission to Elturel when it got pulled into hell. The folks at the cathedral said that Ravengard was going to the cemetery on the west end of the city to locate an artifact that he thought might help with the situation. So you are on his trail as you're coming into the cemetery. You did battle with a couple of minotaur skeletons and some other undead that seemed to be guarding the cemetery now, or the chapel rather. And one detail that I really neglected to mention, where I feel it's pretty relevant, but since you've been in the cemetery, you have seen occasional undead, or not so occasional undead, the skeletons and things like that, just kind of wandering aimlessly, without direction. These ones were definitely more guided, but that is something that you saw on your way through the cemetery to the chapel. So you, that is the building. I'm going to make sure you guys are still on this page, right? Oops, I just changed pages. Let me come back. All right. So you dealt with the minotaurs here. There were some more inside, and you kind of funneled them through the door and made quick work of them. But you haven't seen into this center room yet, because no one has moved through the curtains that you can see at various places around the structure. You also haven't really explored, though it's not very far, and I could probably just read you the two summaries here of these two areas that you can see into. One of them, the one to the south, is called the Chapel of Light, a once beautiful area littered with broken furnishings. Stained glass windows have all been smashed, and there's one of those windows that is still mostly intact, where it's fallen whole to the floor. And it depicts a representation of the god Torm placing a golden helm on the head of a man kneeling before him. Now, up here, in what's called the Chapel of Mourning, as in mourning a death, you can see more smashed remnants of furniture, and sections of one of the huge stained glass windows here is also intact, or at least enough intact that you can still make the subject out. The window once portrayed the god Lathander standing amid falling soldiers, holding his hands aloft as the spirits rise to the dead at his side. So this is what you see around this area that you haven't gone into yet. So if you want to look at any of the stained glass or things like that in more detail, just let me know, and we can go over those areas. Of course, you can go behind the curtains anytime you want, or go back outside and check the rear of the building, which you haven't really seen.
Good point.
Do that again?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, we're having a little trouble hearing you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I said good point. Check the rear.
Check the rear. Okay.
I
Bentley's
guess
in the universe.
I guess I'll take a peek through the curtain.
All right. Just go ahead and move your. Let's see what I can do here. Let's go. I'm still adjusting to the new sidebar here for Roll20, but let me pull.
I'm just trying to look behind it without really moving it all that much.
Okay.
So is Nancy at the rear?
Not quite. But let me deal with Kyle here first. So Kyle, I'm kind of imagining you just taking a finger and pushing the curtain a little bit to the side, just enough so that you can see. You want to make a stealth check?
Sure. Not my best one.
Let's see how perceptive they are feeling. Senses, perception. Let's see, how'd they do? Okay, yeah, so they definitely saw you. So as you peek and look, you can see this fella staring back at you. There's also a specter in here and two devils.
Yikes, it's a lot of stuff.
The human cries out and says, "Show yourselves now."
Oh boy.
I mean, at this point, you might as well just do it.
So I'll read you the description of the room officially too. There are 3 curtained archways that connect this chamber to the other areas of the chapel. Shattered wardrobes and dressing tables, as well as a number of smashed mirrors, suggest this was once where priests prepared for their daily services. There's spiral stairs leading down, guarded by the 2 creatures with insectoid features, the demons. Each of them is armed with a wicked trident. And this guy is the one speaking to you. He seems to be the head dude in charge.
As I walk in, okay.
Be you friend or foe?
I don't even know who you are.
Do you count the hordes of the abyss among your enemies?
Tell him you're a god.
Are you here to kill demons?
Well, the other ones I've killed so far have attacked me first. So...
Anybody else is welcome to, at this point, join in the conversation or anything like that, because...
Death to the unholy.
yeah,
I was going to say, are you slavers?
Slavers?
Because then we'll have slavers, like...
My only concern is shutting down the portal to the abyss in which these demons are flooding out. If you be here to kill demons, then we have no quarrel.
And this is that Gideon?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll kill demons.
And it's... okay, so... So Gideon is about to answer you when a noise comes from the stairs below over here in this corner of the room. And rushing up the stairs. Let's go ahead and put them on the token layer now.
Oh crap, my protection from good and evil's on Dagon.
So rushing up the stairs are a giant, fiendish scorpion trailed by 5 pitiful-looking creatures. Did I transfer them to the right layer?
It looks like the stairs above is blocking them out.
I was on the wrong layer. There we go. Okay. So these sorry-looking creatures are following the scorpion up, and as soon as the scorpion hits the top of the stairs, the 2 insectoid devil creatures and Gideon and this specter, for that matter, all turn their attention to the threat coming up the stairs. So we can all roll for initiative.
So is the band still heading to the rear?
So, Fancy, where you were, I'll take a moment before we start the fight to kind of address you over there in the Chapel of Mourning. So you've got this window that once portrayed Lathander standing among his fallen soldiers, and really that's the most interesting thing that there is here. Did you want to interact with the window in any way?
Is that the window right there?
No, we'll say it's right here. It's like the glass.
Yeah, Fancy will check out the window and see what, like, if there's any kind of thing going on with
it. Depicts the god Lathander. This was once a chapel dedicated to him.
Do I know anything about the god Lathander?
Make a religion check.
All right.
You used to know a prayer when you were younger, but as you sit here now and try to recall it, it just doesn't come to you.
Okay. Well, I guess we can close the book on that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and open up these other curtains so you all can see into this room wherever you go here in the chapel. There we go. All right, and at this point we got everybody on the initiative board, right? Probably not Fancy yet, though, right? No, yeah, there's Fancy. There's Fancy. Yeah, there's Fancy. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Okay, I think that's everybody. All right, so Kyle, you get to go first.
Now, so these Mezzaloths are devils or demons, right?
The Mezzaloths are devils.
Oh, everything on that side of the room is against us.
Make a perception check. Kyle, because you're closest.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Right, okay. You notice that the room has a floor. Very perceptive of you.
That's important.
I know I'm standing on firm ground. But do I see all those things coming up the stairs, or are they out of my sight right at the moment?
We'll say you can see the scorpion at the top of the stairs, but you don't have line of sight on the others.
That's going to be part of my movement, so I'm trying to get it so I can get line of sight on all of them. And there we go. Actually, I don't want to go to that square, though. Right to there.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
All right, so we think we would get at least the 2 dretches and the scorpion, right?
It's 20 by 20, right?
Is it 20 by 20? Yeah, all right, so you can get them all. Fuck it.
That's why I was moving into a bad spot.
Right. Scorpion got a 21 on his dex save, so he is good. Now let's do 5 dretches. Now these guys have... Oh, I don't want to say that, because this is just fairy fire, right? Okay. Not a fireball. Big difference. All right, dretch. Fail. Fail. Made it. Fail. Made it. All right. So 3 have fairy fire on them.
That's awesome.
But the scorpion does not.
And my bonus action at the one right behind the scorpion that has the fairy fire on him.
And that's at the dretch. Disadvantage apply because of fairy fire, right? It does. 16 force damage.
And then I'm going to duck around the corner.
Shoot and duck, shoot and duck. All right. Now this specter races down to get right in front of the scorpion and is running interference. Looks like he has a good hit for 9 necrotic damage. I'm not going to bother with the hit point drain because monsters generally, their hit points go one way. They don't come back. Alright, so 9 necrotic damage. -9. Spectre attack. Only attack he gets. And now we go to the Mezzaloth, who's going to step up in front. He gets 2 attacks, one with claws and one with trident. So 9 misses. And an 11 misses.
So right now I see them helping us.
They seem to be focused on what's coming up the stairs more than they're concerned about you. Alright. 11. 22 hits for 4. 19 hits for 22. Is the Mezzaloth immune to poison or anything? He's immune to the poison condition, and he's also immune to poison damage. Okay, so 10 points for him. He caught the stinger, but avoided the poison damage just due to his nature. And the other guy takes 4. Alright, Fancy.
Okay, who are our melee people?
Who are our melee people?
Arena, whatever her name is. And Dagon. Is actually she on the initiative?
Rhea? Yeah, she's way down at the bottom.
Okay. Rhea and Dagon are usually our tanks per se.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to put Lulu in the initiative. Lulu goes on 19. But we'll go with Fancy for now.
Yeah, I have one more. I can't see you guys. That's a.
Yeah, everybody's really outside of this center room.
Yeah. So I will. I will just play a cool little tune on my pan flute and wait for the next round.
I think that scene when Chris Pine comes in prancing and playing the lute, where it's actually the illusion of Chris Pine, that might be my favorite little bit of the movie.
Right.
And I'm picturing that's what Fancy is doing. He's springing into the room, playing a lively lute, or what instrument have you?
He's all about positivity.
Right. All right. So we're gonna say this Dretch is able to muscle his way up to the front. He's got the Spectre in an advantage situation. He's going to attack. He's going to crit and hit for 8 points of damage. All right, then we go to Muriel.
Okay, I'm gonna just move over here so I can actually see. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff down here.
I'm going to try to remove the dynamic lighting line from the stairs just so you can see a little better.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you have to be really careful about removing dynamic lighting lines.
So assume this is a bad guy here?
That is a demon that was coming up the stairs, yes.
Okay.
And he
I'll
would have
shoot that one.
advantage on him because he's covered in fairy fire.
Okay, I will shoot him.
Shoot. He is armor class 11, so that's a hit.
And since she has advantage, doesn't she get sneak too?
Yep.
Nice.
22.
Right? Come on now. Down goes the Dretch.
I'm gonna move over here. Keep going this way, and can I bonus action hide?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So the Stretch comes over here. He's going to attack the Spectre. He's going to hit for 5 points of damage. Another Dretch. 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to go after the Mesoloth. And miss. And then we go to Celine.
Cool. Let me see. I'm just gonna poke my head out so I can actually see these guys. And so is it the Mesoloth who was hit with the fairy fire, or is it these guys on the stairs?
The guy's on the stairs.
Okay, just wanted to triple check.
Right.
I'm gonna assume the glowing boys are the target because I didn't see up until that point. What am I gonna hit him with? Okay, I think this is an interesting spell. I want to cast Enemies Abound on this guy, and I'll put the spell up, but he's got to make an intelligence save.
Ooh,
And he's not going to be able to tell who's friend or who's foe, so he's just going to...
Now I gotta go find glasses.
Right. All right. So you're concentrating on that. He failed his save. I'm pretty sure 12 is a failed save for that. All right. So you are concentrating on that. Now that means regarding all creatures, each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw under the fact whenever the creature chooses to attack, it must choose at random.
So it can attack his own guys.
Right. All right. Let me mark him with a pretty dot so I remember that he's He's true blue. All right, there we go. Salim. And then we go to
Oh, I was just gonna
this guy.
step back.
Very good. Fancy, go ahead and make a perception check.
Absolutely.
You notice enough. You're standing close enough to him that I'll give it a 10. So you beat the 10. You notice that Gideon Lightward appears to be undead. He's got a sickly pallor, and you can distinctly see that he's not breathing. But with that, he steps over.
And the creatures are alive, right?
Right. Yeah, they're demons, but they're alive. So Gideon is going to use his withering gaze power on the scorpion. The scorpion must make a DC 15 con save. Failed it. Takes 4d10 necrotic. $21 necrotic. Minus 21. Alright. And that's just something he can do as much as he wants. So that was Gideon's turn. Alright, to the Mesoloth. Mesoloth is going to come down here, get his dretch and to flanking, and he's going to hit. Okay, so a total of 14 damage. Mr. Owl.
Owl is going to go do a flyby. He's going to go down here. Here. Do the help action on the guy that he just pummeled. Right, and then he's going to park right there. That guy right there.
All right. Marcus.
Okay, so I have to do the same thing everyone else did and ask you which ones are the bad guys, because I didn't see.
That's okay. That's okay. So these are demons.
Okay, that makes it easy then.
The good guys are... Or, no, I take that back. The guys not attacking you right now because they see a bigger threat in front of them are the two Mesoloths and this fella named Gideon.
Okay. I heard that part, I just hadn't seen them actually on the map yet.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to... Let's see. Doesn't look like anyone's hurt. So I'm just going to Sacred Flame the Scorpion guy.
Okay.
Oh, the ones with the purple dots you have Fairy Fire and you have advantage on.
Okay. I only really attack with a mace, so it doesn't matter to me.
All right. 10, 15. 20. And then he's going to attack Mesoloth. And miss. Rhea, way outside. We'll retroactively put her at least inside here with all of y'all. And let's see, she is going to run toward the sound of the fighting, and she is going to... What is Rhea going to do? Rhea? I mean, is someone going to shout to Rhea about which ones are the enemies?
Kill the glowing ones.
Got it. That's a good way, a simple way to put it. Alright, she hits 4.
So have we made an unholy alliance with the undead?
The enemy of our enemy.
Right? An anemone.
I know, but I think Dagon would have an opinion about that, but we'll let that happen. Isn't Dagon a paladin?
He is. We're back to Kyle.
Alright, so let's start at the bottom of the line, the one that's got the purple dot on it.
I'm sorry, that's clearly a pink dot.
And I rolled with. So I missed because I was this. Actually, I rolled a 14, is what I rolled.
On the Dretch, I think that's enough. Yeah, they're armor class 11.
So it would have been the first damage, but the 14, because I was trying to roll with advantage.
Got it. Alright, so 16 damage.
16 damage on the one with the purple dot.
Alright.
If he's still up, I'm going to shoot him. If not, the one above him.
Yeah, he is not.
And the one above him has advantage from the owl.
Right. $13, that's enough. 11 force damage.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Mr. Spectre. We'll call him Arlen. Let's see. 13 against the giant scorpion is no good. Devil against the giant scorpion. Two hits for 18 damage. And with his trident, he impales this scorpion to the stairs. Lulu is going to join the fun. She's going to come in and she's going after the glowing one. Alright, so she's just going and keeping it simple with her tusks. Hits for 4 damage. Fancy.
Okay. Who is that?
Which one? Oh, that's Marcus. He's on your side.
Marcus is here, right? Marcus Foster?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and this is one of the creatures we're going after right here?
The one with the pink dot, yep.
Alright. Fancy's gonna tell him, like, take the suit off.
Would that be a dissonant whispers or something?
A vicious mockery.
Mockery, that's what I was trying to think of. He is viciously mocked. Oh, but he had a good roll. He's -1 to wisdom. He just rolled really well. So unfortunately, your words did not carry well over the sound of battle, and he just simply did not hear your vicious mocking.
Yeah, that is very troubling. I'm going to give Marcus a Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic
Thank you.
inspiration in play.
So I have 2 more Bardic Inspiration action.
Okay. Is the purple dot, is that the fairy fire?
That's the glowy one.
Right.
Okay. Alright. I'll shoot the purple dot one.
Alrighty. That is a hit for 17 damage. Devastating hit.
Fancy should have given you the Bardic Inspiration.
She didn't need it,
Didn't need it.
right? Salim, concentrating on what was it?
It's a new spell, Enemies Abound, on the one guy with the blue dot.
Right. The blue dot was enemies abound. Right. Has he not
Righty.
gone yet since then?
Yeah, he attacked that guy, if I remember right.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it simple. Just let's see what a firebolt does. That has any effect.
Firebolts. He is resistant to cold, fire, and lightning.
Okay, I was shit. Okay.
But he takes
Hoping.
8. He takes 8.
Well, you know what? I was hoping he wasn't, but you never know. Alright, well, I duck behind.
Alright, Gideon is gonna... What is there? Only that one dretch left? Everybody else is dead, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Alright, so he takes 14 points of damage from Gideon and his withering gaze. And now the last demon on the board has died.
I kind of look around at everybody and go, what do you want to do?
He looks at you and lowers his weapon. He thanks you for your assistance in defeating the demonic intruders. He says this is the gravest threat to my mistress's plan, and I need to know why you're here. Addressing all of you. If you want to come into this room now, it's kind of a... We can say we're off initiative now.
to rid the world of demons and undead.
And it's clear to everybody now, especially after he's used his withering gaze power a few times, he is undead. But he's dressed in priestly vestments.
And who's your mistress?
I serve Zariel. The threat to the multiverse from the demonic hordes are the overriding priority, and Zariel is right to take up the fight. It is a noble and righteous cause.
Isn't Zariel the one we're looking for?
She is the archdevil of the layer of hell known as Avernus. She is basically head bitch in charge of this place, though there are a couple other very powerful actors in play. But she has the official title, Archdevil. So she had made a pact with... I'm going to ask you all this because there's two valid ways to pronounce it, and I think I want to go with the one where the majority of us at least agree. Is it Asmodeus or Asmodeus?
Asmodeus is how I always heard it.
I've never heard either of those.
Asmodeus. But that's just from a song that was really, really catchy, so...
But they said Asmodeus in the song?
Yeah, it's something from online, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I know the song you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Good song.
So I'll go with Asmodeus. He is the archdevil, the number one in the devil hierarchy. He lives down on the 9th layer of hell, which I don't remember is what. But archdevils are second. The 9 archdevils of the 9 hells, or I guess 8 and Asmodeus. So that is who Gideon serves anyway. That is his mistress. And his singular focus is stopping the demonic incursion of Elturel at all costs. But he asks you why you're here.
Alright, Fancy's just like, this dude is undead.
Well, to that point, I would say we're in hell, so I think we're going to see stranger things than the undead.
And we probably just killed all those minions outside.
I'll never get over it.
I mean, listen, Salim is fine working with the undead, with whoever, if it accomplishes his goals. He does not care, he does not discriminate.
I agree. We shouldn't discriminate.
Fancy just plays the smallest pan flute in the world. Ruffle.
Right now, who were we here looking for?
Duke Ulder Ravengard. Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard.
Do you guys think we want to ask this guy if he's seen him?
Well, why wouldn't we meet Gideon's handlers, you know?
Huh?
Well, I mean, if we were going to parlay with Gideon, wouldn't we go back to his camp and meet his handlers?
I'm sorry, Rebecca, I just have to say, when I first looked at that picture, I thought Dwight was smoking a bong.
Listen, I looked up Sad Flute, he was the first GIF I found, I was like, I gotta use it.
That works pretty well.
I gotta see it.
I'm like, why is he smoking a bong? It was very progressive of Dwight. So the question that Kyle put to the group is if you wanted to ask Gideon about if he's seen Ravengard.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
So Gideon says, well, let me do it in his voice. Saw an armed group of humans entering the ossuary level earlier. Since they were not demons, I allowed them to pass. But with demons now coming from that area, I'm assuming that those humans are in league with the demons. I'm starting to worry about you, as a matter of fact.
You're still alive. I wouldn't have bad thoughts.
Why don't you decide amongst yourselves whether you want to do a deception or a persuasion to Gideon to see if you can earn his trust? Because right now he's skeptical of you.
I was about to say, I have a +7 in both persuasion and deception.
Yeah, I have a +9 in both.
Ooh, can one help the other?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Fancy is the most famous bard in the multiverse.
Oh, look. Oh, performing. Oh, Fancy. Just knocking it out of the park. But let's see what the girls get here with the persuasion check. So, with advantage, because if someone helps, that gives you advantage, right?
He's a
Yes, it
roll
does.
guy.
Right. So, we're going to say that you have convinced him, for the time being, that you are only here to slay demons. And because of that, he will allow you to enter the crypt. Furthermore, he says you can take one of the Mesoloths with you. I will stay up here and guard the chapel against further demon attacks.
Okay. Downstairs? Is that where we're going?
Do we want a Mesoloth with us?
Why not?
It's like having him with us the whole time he's watching.
But the Mezzalot's our friend right now, right?
right?
Okay.
Are we going downstairs? Is that where we're going? We're supposed to go?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
where the ossuary is, and that's
Okay.
where Ravengard went earlier, right?
Okay.
Unless there's anything more you wanted to do up here before you went down, you'd be welcome to do that.
I was just gonna start trying to sneak down the stairs.
All right. Let me see if I can get you set up downstairs. I just gotta...
Gotta make up for that bad sneak earlier.
Are we trying to be sneaky? I can sneak with you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just getting your tokens all set up. You know how bothersome it is to have OCD sometimes. Because, I'll just give you an example. When I'm zooming in and out of the map, I have to keep it on intervals of 10. If it goes to 72%, it drives me nuts. I have to adjust it to 70 exactly.
Yep.
Right now, I just use the scroll wheel to zoom in for a second and zoom back out, and my zoom level is 77%, and I'm going to sit with it. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm just going to move on. All right.
Not at all.
So down to the ossuary level we go. Let me get... okay. It is past this point, so I just feel like being a prick. So I'm going to tell you something that you missed on your way down here, because there's like 0% chance that you would ever go back and do this based on everything. You guys probably just let it go and didn't do anything. That's why I'm going to laugh. So, Fancy, remember that window to that showed the god Lathander?
Yes.
Go ahead and read that.
Ooh. Did you send it to me in...
In the Avernus Tuesdays chat.
If a creature kneels before the damage...
Oh my gosh.
Right? It's a free +2 weapon, but it's like, who the hell is ever gonna do that?
Back up we go.
So I'm sorry, I had to be a prick. I just wanted to. There was a +2. I mean,
No,
you heard me with Fancy. I'm like, hey, there's a window there. He's a god. You know, I was doing what I could to lead him in that direction, but I didn't want to make it too obvious. All right, so now we're in the ossuary here. So, this workshop appears to be where priests and acolytes prepared dead bodies for final interment. The place has been ransacked with knives, saws, piping, and tubes littering the floor. Acid and embalming fluid pool everywhere amid a field of shattered flasks and jars. The double door to the north has... or doesn't appear to be locked or anything like that. Anybody trained in survival?
Yes.
Let's have a check from you, sir. Okay, so you notice tracks of multiple demons in the detritus spread across the floor. Amid those tracks, signs can be seen of a single group of booted humans moving down the stairs. These boot prints are now trailing embalming fluid, it would seem. I'm going to go ahead and open the next door for you. because I believe this is the stairs that they're talking about right here. So you can
So
see,
trailing in bombing fluid, you said?
right.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
It was just because they trodden through it
Oh, okay.
while they were coming through this area, right? So it's just a means to track them.
All right, I'm gonna try to sneak down the stairs. Just check it up. Actually, why don't I go? Just send the owl. And by the way, the owl is no longer. All right. Oh, there's a lot of ways to go here, huh? Which way do the tracks go?
Okay, so they lead to the right.
So down.
Right.
Everyone want to move up?
We'll keep Rhea and the Mesoloth devil with you. The Mesoloth is kind of hanging back. He's not taking point. And none of you have requested that he do so, so he is... and Rhea keeps...
Anthony asked him, he said that he heard Mesolos were the first ones in, and the last ones out. So Fancy gave the Methaloth a,
So...
an inspirational speech.
Gotcha. So as the owl comes around the corner, and you can see through his eyes, Kyle, right?
Yes, I can. I just take a second and I look.
Right. It is a rubble-strewn vault containing 5 marble statues atop daises. 4 of these statues are unrecognizable as their features have been badly marred by rock fallen from the cracked ceiling. The 5th is a finely carved statue of a kneeling man. So, any of you that saw there was another window in the Chapel of Light that depicted a figure. I believe I even remember one of you did a history check to learn a little bit more about this fella. But you can see a the statue here depicts the same fella as the stained glass window upstairs.
The one that Fancy saw?
No. We talked about it last week. We didn't really get into it this week.
Oh, okay.
There was another window, not one that gives you a +2 magic weapon or anything. It was just another window.
Too bad.
But you had made a history connection with it last week, I think.
That sounds familiar.
So let's get another survival check. All right. You can see the tracks also start to lead out of the room, but you kind of lose it a little bit as it gets back to here. They seem like they had gone down to the left as well, but at this point they hadn't trodden through fresh embalming fluid in a while, so the trail is starting to get a little harder to follow.
Okay. We should probably check out this room a little closer, right?
I mean, I'd say yes, just because you said this is the room with the figure we kind of recognized from last week.
Fancy will investigate.
So, Fancy, you're able to determine that the statue's head has been sculpted as if it were meant to wear a separate helm, but no such helm is present.
Fancy explains to the group very arrogantly.
Let me come back to the high hole, the catacombs, and see if
That's one of the items I think we're supposed to be looking for, isn't it?
That's what I was confirming right
Yeah.
now. So back in the cathedral, there was Feria Jinx. That name might ring a bell. She had told you that Duke Ravengard took a group of guards to the cemetery to investigate the proliferation of undead, as well as retrieving a holy relic called the Helm of Torm's Sight. So this statue was definitely designed to wear a helm, but is not currently wearing one.
So we need to find the helm of Torm's Light.
I'm going to take a closer look at the actual statue itself. Is it the one back here?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. But we'll say for... I got to decide which one it is. Why not that one? So you want to do like yeah, there you go, an investigation check. You don't see any kind of secret levers or hatches or inscriptions. You kind of do a pretty good inspection and feel like you haven't missed anything.
Okay.
Salim is no longer concentrating, right?
Yeah, no, that was just for the one enemy.
Right, right.
Any thoughts?
Well, I mean, we gotta find the helm, but I don't.
Oh,
Do
for-
we have any
for-
lead
know where
on the
else-
helm?
Oh, I guess we can just go the other direction, right?
yeah,
Backtrack.
that's what I was thinking. I was just thinking, do you want to do anything else in here, or do you think that's pretty much it?
Yeah, you never know which rooms are just kind of empty, nothing to do rooms, and when you're missing stuff. So it's like I can empathize with you guys, but I don't feel too bad letting you know that I think there's nothing else in this room.
Alright, that makes the
Keep it
completionist in me happy.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I just told you guys missed out on a +2 weapon. You guys are gonna be like paranoid now. Like,
Check everything.
Yeah, there's always a little part of me whenever I play a game where I'm like, you know, like, what can I do to get this to 100%? And there are some games where I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And then there are other games where I'm like, I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. If I can just beat this game, I'll be proud.
right?
Yep.
Any reference on the tracks here, or are we totally dead on those?
I think we're dead on those.
Okay.
Right.
But
they definitely went down these stairs too, and it was after the going right. So.
Okay.
Either
Either
way.
way. All right.
Yeah, I don't care.
Fitty.
Yeah.
So, as you come up around the corner, or as the owl comes up around the corner and looks back to the south, it can see the walls of this chamber are lined with funerary shelves, each set with dusty humanoid bones. Relics and holy symbols of Lathander, Torm, Helm, and Tyr have been set prominently on a number of shelves.
Those are all good gods, right? trying to remember.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Actually, let me check something. Actually, yeah, Helm is
Anthony
my character's
kneels at
guard.
the statue of Elithan.
So Marcus is going down into the ossuary. That's an interesting word. You guys know that one? Ossuary?
No.
Ossuary.
No.
Heard that word before.
Here, it is. I have this Google Dictionary plugin, so all I have to do is double click any word and it will give me a definition of it and a pronunciation. I fucking love it. But an ossuary,
Ossuary.
I guess it's ossuary.
Ossuary.
A container or room in which the bones of dead people are placed. That is an ossuary.
All right.
I just thought it was called a crypt.
Right?
All right.
D&D has helped my vocab in countless ways. They love throwing in fancy words.
Best game in the world.
Right? They're all.
I like calling them shooting cowards.
So where are the bones? Just all over the ground, or at all?
They are. The walls of the chamber are lined with shelves. So
Okay.
Both to your left and right. Right.
Got it.
The bones marked by holy symbols are the remains of honored priests and acolytes who worked in the chapel and who requested to take their final rest alongside the poor that they served.
Isn't that sweet?
Isn't it?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna. I mean, I just wanted to see if anything caught my eye, but
Right. How long do you want to spend looking?
just kind of a slow walk through, just looking at, side to side, kind of just sauntering through the room. Like, oh, anything interesting,
So let's
valuable?
let's have Marcus, Muriel, and Salim all make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh, cool, great. Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna luck point that. There we go.
Fancy plays a quick little jig to give you guys inspiration.
So all the holy symbols in the area unleashed a pulse of necrotic power, which if you got a 15 or above, you take half damage. 14 or below, you take all 14 necrotic damage.
I am resistant to necrotic, so I take even half of that.
Nice.
So 7.
Correct.
Okay. Ow.
Hold on, for some reason I had 10 pip points. I had to do that twice.
It's so hard to gauge some of these things in real time because you can see by the text you had to dwell there for more than a minute, and
Yeah.
I have to do my job and kind of like go, okay, so if he's saying he's sauntering, is it reasonable that it took more than a minute, and is it reasonable that Salim and Marcus or Muriel were also there? Well, their tokens were there, so we just do the best we can.
I mean,
I was
listen,
definitely there for a minute.
I was about to say, I was also going to just... I thought you said there were, like, items in there, so Salim was just definitely looking to see if there was anything useful.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because you said, like, it was the 3 gods, and I know we've encountered the 2 so far, and they've been... Well, not that we've had Lythander help us yet. We missed that opportunity, but, Salim was like, if there's anything, he takes it, especially if it's magical.
Right. Okay, so out in this area that Salim and Muriel and Kyle are getting into, it's a huge chamber lined by funerary shelves along the stone walls above 6 bare daises, creating a display of dusty humanoid bones rising from floor to ceiling. All right, and the owl is now looking in on a meditation chamber. This area is set with cushions and low stools of brown oak. Above an empty dais, the wall is covered with a mosaic shaped from colored chips of bone, artfully arranged to depict scenes of funerals, the migration of souls, and the celestial realms. Lettering among the bottom of the mosaic reads, "Contemplate life, death comes soon enough." Anybody proficient in religion?
Yes.
You can recognize that this area is one in which priests dedicated to dealing with the dead would meditate to help them endure the dark nature of their work.
All right. So hopefully no necrotic damage standing there.
Nope.
What do you think?
I was debating ritually casting detect magic just to make sure we're not going to miss anything.
Yeah, that can't hurt.
Yeah. Dan, I'm going to ritually cast detect magic.
Okay.
It'll be a 30-foot radius and it'll be up for 10 minutes.
Okay. You certainly spend the 10 minutes sweeping this large chamber, and you go up and around, but you never pick up on anything.
Okay.
So Marcus is in the meditation chamber now.
Just me being me and not wanting to leave it.
Going up to fill in the corner.
Of course there's something up there, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
As the DM rolls 15d10.
Dude, that's sometimes that's my have them to make sure you check it.
Sometimes I just rolling lots of dice just to scare people.
Oh, we got some stairs.
Where do these stairs go?
Well, they go down in this case.
Yeah, they go
But
down.
they go up.
Yes, stairs going down.
Mandatory Ghostbusters, sure.
Right. Stairs going down that ends in a door.
Well, that's nothing the owl can do.
Well, I'll help I'll push the door open slightly to let the owl through.
Kyle and Marcus and Salim, why don't you make a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not me.
Perception. Not me
Okay.
either.
Where do I?
That's no problem. Let's get this door open. So you can
Yeah, this is a great idea, guys.
All right.
Did anyone else feel like that was a low mirror? I can talk right now. Mo, Larry, and Curly minute.
So, a shallow meditation pool fills this room, set off from a broad landing edged by a low wrought iron railing. Wondrous frescoes align the walls, depict souls gaining the blessings of Lathander Tormhelm and Tyr. Frescoes on one wall have been twisted into abyssal forms surrounding a shimmering portal. The pool is littered with the mutilated bodies of humans wearing the uniforms of Baldur's Gate and Elturel. The swirling water of the pool roils with shadow and is shot through with patches of black ichor where demons have fallen here. An armored man with a shield slung over his back crouches among the bodies, writhing in pain. His eyes are closed and his hands clutch at a gold helm on his head as if trying in vain to claw it off. Unintelligible words spill from his lips, some sounding saintly and solemn, while others resonate with a cruel hissing.
You guys got to go grab that helmet, Fancy says. You guys got to get that helmet. You guys can do it.
I think he was judged unworthy.
I was about to say, I don't think it'd be a good idea to try and use my telepathic speech with this guy. I don't think I want to be linking up with him.
Now, one thing I'm going to clarify for you. I said the frescoes on one wall have been twisted into abyssal forms surrounding a shimmering portal. I want to make it clear that these frescoes are surrounding a real portal. It is not a carving of a portal, because it kind of almost read that way. It is a portal to the abyss in the wall. And that's why I felt it was good to revisit that, because I'm not sure that came through as clearly as it should have in the text.
Yeah, it definitely didn't.
Right.
It made it sound like there was like a carving picture of a
of a scene of some kind, right?
I'm gonna run in and try to pull the helmet off this guy.
All right, it won't come off.
Is it doing anything other than like injuring him?
He is talking in these two alternating voices. Let me see.
Why don't you just chop his head off?
Okay.
Well,
who among the party understands either celestial or abyssal?
I understand celestial.
And someone else understands abyssal?
Yeah, me.
Okay, so between the two of you, and again, this is all going down pretty quick. There's a roiling portal on the wall here in this scene, which of course makes everybody feel uneasy because you know what could step through.
Right.
Between the two of you, he's alternating between celestial and abyssal. Anyone want to make an Arcana or Religion check? Particularly if you're trained.
I'm trained in Arcana, but it's only a 4.
Good, all right. So you can recognize that Elder Ravengard is in some kind of psychic struggle that's taking place in his mind between some divine higher power and a terrible demonic entity.
Oh, okay, shit. That's not good. I have a spell called Detect Thoughts.
Let me, before we go down that hole, I just want to read another sentence here to you. So, it said the same check also reveals that no simple spell can break this hold, but that a more involved ritual might be needed to free Ravengard and shut down. Also, the helmet is tied to the portal. So getting the helmet off of his head and shutting down the portal becomes one and the same job. But that is where we stand right now. You can't get the thing off of his head, and it's going to take some kind of ritual to help get him out of here. Now, I think back at the cathedral, that Feria Drinks character, when she introduced herself to you, she one of the things she mentioned was that she was a specialist in exorcisms and possessions. So that's someone who might be able to help Ulder. You know, at this point, there's nothing you can do. He's just he's stunned, in a permanent stunned condition.
Okay. I was about to say, can we at least report back to... What was his name that we met upstairs? Gideon?
Yeah.
Gideon, because he was wearing priestly robes, you said.
He was.
Okay, so and he wants to shut down this portal, so I feel like maybe we ask him and see what he could potentially... Oh, you know what? I have sending. I just remembered I took sending. So, I almost want to argue. Do we have Mesloth. Can I ask Mesloth if Gideon could potentially help, if he would be able to do that, if he knows? First and foremost, before I do anything else?
The Mesoloth, does it speak? Let me see.
I can.
It has telepathy. It has telepathy.
I was about to say I have telepathy as well, so I can talk to it. I'm pretty sure.
So he says to you, his job was to escort you. He's not your errand boy. I'm not here to indulge every question you have. Can you close the portal?
I can't close the portal with that helmet on his head. That's why I was fucking asking the question.
So it's right about this time that, stepping through the portal, are 3 wild-eyed minotaurs. Now you're getting a sense of where the skeletons came from for, layer, token layer, there we go, layer, token layer. Back here, 1, 2, 3. Group initiative. There's some Minotaur turns. Let's see, I gotta get... Ravenguard is not getting a turn because he is stunned, and he is not going to become unstunned anytime soon. But the rest of you can all roll. Fancy, Kyle, and... Did we lose somebody?
Where'd Kyle go?
Right. He must have had an issue. But we'll get Fancy and Fancy on the initiative in the meantime.
I just got back from the bathroom. What do you mean initiative?
Yeah, I know, right? We are embroiled in a fight with some minotaurs.
Is there a reason why
I don't see your token.
Yeah.
Where'd your token go? Do I need to redrop it?
I got kicked off of Roll20.
Oh, okay. Alright. Let's see. Fancy the Famous Bard. We'll put you right there. Alright, so a initiative for you, Fancy.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
You got it? I'm going to take a second to grab a drink just to see if Chris Good comes back at any point. I'll be right back myself.
That was weird. I got totally thrown out of the game.
I was about to say, Roll20 got a new update, and I know Sunday's game, it was being really glitchy and funky for me. But it's running fine now.
Yeah, these are really small issues. I mean, overall, it's a great D&D system.
Yeah, usually.
Now, is D&D creating a new like Roll-20 still?
Yeah, supposedly. To go with their whole D&D next thing. See.
I think it's freaking awesome that like the way Roll-20 works with the maps, and you have your
Yeah, it's just a lot of cool stuff to play with.
character sheets, very easy to go in and but part of me is still like, all right, now who's gonna do it better?
Yeah, always. Especially like the D&D Beyond sheets are cool, but then not having anything to actually use them with is kind of weird.
Right, 100%.
All right. I see Chris hasn't come back yet, so we'll have to bravely move on with the party of 4. But you guys got this.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. So Rhea gets to go first. She's gonna run in and do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna attack a Minotaur. Okay, Minotaur's armor class is 14, so that's 3 hits. 7, 12, and 7 is 19. This guy has nothing. All right, 19. All right. So there's Rhea. Fancy.
Hold on. All right. So I'm going to choose the middle one, okay?
All right.
Because I can't see it. And Fancy's just like, don't believe Minotaurs. Half of what they say is bull.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'll give him that one.
Right.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
There's Kyle.
14. Hey, there he is.
14 misses. He takes 6 points of damage and he has disadvantage.
6 points of damage and disadvantage on his next attack?
Correct. This guy right here.
Disadvantage on his next attack. Alright, before we go any further, if you're with us, Kyle, you can roll initiative. I don't know if he's quite with us yet.
Yeah, it's on Discord. I don't see him on Roll20 yet.
Right. Okie dokie. In that case, we will go to Marcus.
All right. I'm actually going to move beside Rhea so that I don't get surrounded. And smack him with the mace.
10
Ooh, that
misses, right.
Oh, I've got Bardic Inspiration still.
Right? You just need 4.
So that's
A D6,
D8 now, right?
D8 now, right?
I think it's 8. It should be 8
I think
at
so.
level 6.
Nice.
There we go.
Alright, so that turns a miss into a hit. 5 bludgeoning damage. Taken. Alright. And if that's it for Marcus, we go to Muriel.
Okay. Trying to see. Okay, there There they are. Alright. I'll shoot this guy.
Oh, you know what it is, I bet? I bet you he got on Discord on his phone or something, that his internet is still out.
Oh.
I bet you that's what
Makes-
it was.
Makes sense.
Right. Because he's gone again. Okay, Muriel is attacking and hitting this one on the bottom for 15 damage.
Yeah, that's what.
An Abyssal Minotaur.
Okay.
All
Can I
right.
use my bonus action to hide around the corner?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's make a stealth check and let's just contest it against his perception. He got a 13. So, alright. So he lost track of you. Okay. Salim.
Okay, just want to measure. I'm just gonna step out because I want to just be able to
Sure.
measure something in the room.
Absolutely.
Let me see. I'm gonna make sure. Okay, that would. Okay, so I want to drop something here. Or actually, no, what? No, actually, I don't want to use that spell. Just remembering our last fight. I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna do Dissonant Whispers on this guy here.
The one on the middle?
At the very bottom, I'm
Bottom.
sorry.
Got it.
The very hurt guy.
Alright. Wisdom save. Made it. So half damage is 9.
Okay. And I was about to say, I also want to, as my bonus action, I'm going to use Meta Magic. I'm going to spend 2 points to twin it and also hit the guy in the middle, because why not?
Alright. So that is 9 to this guy in the bottom. And now this guy in the middle has to make his own wisdom save, which he failed, and he's going to take all 19.
And then, because it's Whispers, he starts to run away. And anyone who can take an op attack, but I don't believe anyone can. I'm going to go back
So
and
here's
hide.
an interesting question that I can't answer. It's not answered in the book. Is the portal both ways? I'm going to say no.
Well, they came through it, so it's definitely that direction.
Right, right.
So you're
So
asking
isn't
whether
it-
we can go back?
Things
I was about
can
to say,
come into the room from the portal, but they can't leave the room through the portal.
well, my question would be, isn't there like a D&D spell called Portal, like a higher level one? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
Maybe.
I was about to say, because I would go based off of that. Because I don't know how portals work. I've never played
Alright, let's
a
see.
spellcaster like that.
Yeah.
So I'm not finding a spell called portal. I'm see one that's called gate.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it. Alright, then, never mind. You're the DM, you get to make a call. Fuck my opinion, I don't know.
Yeah, well, the gate spell is a good way. I'm just looking at the gate spell is 9th level, so I usually haven't had to deal with 9th level spells. So I'm kind of
Right.
just taking a moment here. Yeah, and you know what? The spell doesn't really say it either. Interesting. Alright, so yeah, we'll just have to go with my one-way portal for now, because then you could go to the abyss. That would be terrible.
That probably a bad idea. Yeah.
But then we could get out of the abyss.
I was about to say, after that one level in Mad Mage, I will never go through a level again without being careful.
Yeah, right?
Alright, so this guy has to run. He's taken some damage. He has disadvantage on his next attack, and he's got to run, but he's already as far away as he can get. All he can manage to do when it comes to Salim is maybe break the line of sight. So I'll have him run up here, which is technically closer, but it breaks the line of sight, so... I mean, you tell me. I'll let you decide this one. Does he stay where he is, or does he move up in the corner?
I mean, it says as a reaction to run away, because he's, like, getting a piercing noise in his ear, so I would say out of line of sight. It's just he's supposed to move so people can get op attacks on him. That's the whole point of the spell, really, more than anything else. So
Gotcha.
I think line of sight is fair.
All right, very good. And we'll move on to that said Minotaur. Now he's free to approach, right? Because the reaction of him running away is effectively instantaneous. He doesn't have to resave against it later, or he's not got the frightened condition or anything.
No. Right. He just runs and that's it.
Alright. So let's see. What is his movement speed? It is 40. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, you take note of the fact that he completely ignored Ravengard and went straight for you guys. He is going to attack. Let's see. So he's going to get a charge in. If a Minotaur moves at least 10 feet straight forward toward a target and then hits with the gore attack, which I think he did, the target takes an extra 2d8 piercing damage.
Ouch.
So a total of 18 damage to the Mesoloth. Alright. Now the Mesoloth gets to hit back. And he missed twice. Confirm that. Yeah, he missed twice. Lulu is going to try to gore him and not going to do very much. Minotaur over here is going to attack Rhea. And hits for 26 damage.
Holy shit.
Alright. This Minotaur here is going to come down. And he's going to try to gang up on poor Rhea. He's going to get his charge because he moved. But he missed with his gore attack, so he does not do any damage. And then we go to Rhea, who suddenly sees herself engaged with two Minotaurs. She attacks and lands 2 hits for 18 damage against the more damaged one. She's no dummy. She knows focus fire rules. Fancy.
Okay, so this guy right, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on that Minotaur. Wisdom save for the Minotaur.
Wisdom save on a Minotaur. And this is the fella up front.
Correct.
Made it. All right. So nothing on
do
that.
They have one dissonant, or is it totally wiped out?
I'm not sure. You could tell me though.
Yeah, give me a second.
I think it's wiped out. Well, you look that up. We will go to Marcus.
Yeah. It takes half.
It takes half. He takes 4. Okay. All right, Marcus.
All right. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. And I don't know why it attacked, but sure.
Right.
And throw that between them.
Okay.
And I guess that is an attack when it gets cast. So on the more injured one.
You should be able to control that token. 17 hits for 11 force damage, which takes him out.
Okay, and then for my action, just a Sacred Flame on the other one beside me.
Failed. 11 radiant damage.
Nice.
Alright, Muriel.
Alright, I can't see. Oh, there's a guy right there. Yikes.
Yeah, he charged up.
Alright.
$20 points of damage.
Oop.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, Salim.
Alright, I don't like that this guy is coming towards us. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver.
Intelligence save. Made it.
Dang.
Half damage?
It's a cantrip.
Got it.
Oh.
Alright, nothing else for Salim?
Just
Just
gotta step back a little.
Alright. This guy is going to try to attack. He's going after the Mesoloth again. He's going to miss. Right. Mesoloth, for his part, is going to hit once for 9 damage. Alright. Our friend Lulu, the Holophant, or Hollyphant. I don't know how you would pronounce that one. Hollyphant sounds better. 20 hits for 4 damage. Ooh, doing her part to help. And the Minotaur here is going to attack Rhea. And he's going to hit her for 18 damage. Rhea is in very rough shape.
Oh.
I got her.
But even in her condition, she lands 2 of her attacks for 13 damage. Alright. Then we go to Fancy.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to go after this. I'm gonna have to viciously mock that.
Okay, the one in the back.
Yeah, the one that's next to the person that's about to.
I'm so
Wisdom.
fancy. Let's see, wisdom. 19, made it.
Man. Alright, well, that was a total waste of time.
Isn't everything we do a total waste of time when it's really in the big picture?
I don't
Generally.
like to think about that.
Right? At least you can have fun wasting your time.
Let's see. Okay, so I can use... This is my first time ever actually using Spiritual Weapon before, so I can take an attack with it every turn?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And it's not... Is it concentration?
No.
Wow.
It's
Even
not.
better.
It's not.
What determines how long it lasts, then?
It's just 1 minute.
Just 1 minute. Damn. Wow. All right, 18 hits for 6
That's a
force damage.
And then for the action, I'm going to Cure Wounds on Rhea at level 2.
20.
So that's 20. And using my new level 6 ability, Blessed Healer, I gain back 4.
Oh, very nice. And if that is it for Marcus, we will go to Muriel.
Okay. He's still there. So I will shoot him.
Okay, so there's a hit for 26.
That's
And
good.
this was the guy up front?
Yeah, right.
Okay, 26. With a beautiful shot, you take him down.
Boop.
All right, Salim.
That was serious, dude.
I give Muriel a quick little, hold my hand up for a high five. Just thank you.
Hey.
I'll step forward. I'm gonna take a look at this guy, and I don't want to burn my spell slots, so I'm just gonna hit him with, Mind Sliver.
All right, intelligence save. Failed. 9 psychic damage.
And he gets a D4 off his next saving throw before the end of his next turn.
All right. The Mesaloth is going to run up. And hit twice for 18 damage. Nice. Lulu is going to hang back for now. Minotaur is going to, let's see, 50-50. Let's do it. 1-2, the Mesaloth, 3-4, Rhea. The Mesaloth. He misses. Then we come to Rhea. One hit for 6 damage. All right, Fancy.
Okay. All right, Fancy is going to go with Old Faithful here. These miniature jokes are really bad.
I got a joke.
Okay.
All right. So I was in a Zoom meeting, and I told a joke, but nobody laughed. It turns out I'm not remotely funny.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Thank you. I'll be here all week.
yeah. Yeah. I think I took a point of damage.
All right, Marcus.
All right. Spiritual weapon. Whack on
But
the
he
guy.
did take 5 damage.
He did.
He did take 5 damage. Yeah.
He did.
Perfect.
So that's probably a miss.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm going to throw another Cure Wounds at Rhea. It's 8.
For 8. Got it.
And I gain 3 back.
All right. Muriel. One well-placed shot could end the demonic intruders.
Hey. Where'd it go? There it is.
Yeah, 13.
That one's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, I think that's more than 13, however much it is. So down goes the other Minotaur. Excellent work. The portal is still alive and well, and apparently the portal is the power of the portal is now tied into the helm and to Ravengard. Searching the bodies, because remember there were a lot of fallen guards in here wearing different uniforms. But the quick search of the guards turn up 3 wet but usable spell scrolls.
Oh, those will be useful.
Yeah.
Can anyone use them?
What are they?
Yeah, I can use all 3.
Oh, it's in Roll20's chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mass healing word, remove curse, and tongues. So, back to that argument we were having before the Minotaur walked through.
Right?
Does he answer my question now?
The Mezzoloth?
Yeah.
Remind
or
me
is
of the
it?
question?
It was your Gideon.
Yeah.
Can he do any kind of exorcism type of ritual? Does he know? If the answer is no, I'm going to send a sending spell.
The Mezzoloth has no idea.
Okay.
I just work here.
Alright, I can use a sending spell, and I can contact I forget her name, the woman we met last week, who said she was expert in exorcisms.
Feria Jinx.
Feria Jinx, and I think also this is what she's looking for. We're looking for her, so I think she'd be motivated to come.
So, with the Minotaurs defeated, it doesn't look like you're able to give Ravengard any immediate treatment for his situation. So it would seem that your only option is to carry him back to the High Hall Cathedral.
Does that mean that things are going to keep coming through that portal?
You don't know how to shut down the portal. So, you have, excuse me, at least gleaned enough to know that the helm is tied to the portal. So if you get the helm off Ravengard's head, it might shut down the portal.
Who is this guy? Is he your friend?
Alder?
Yeah.
Yes, that
Do
is
you
the
know him?
Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate. You accompanied him on the diplomatic mission to Elturel way back in Session 0. Right now, he is the leader of Baldur's Gate. He was visiting Elturel when it was pulled into Avernus. And since then, a lot of the city's leadership, Elturel's leadership, obvious Thavius Krieg fucking got the hell out of town, and he was nothing there. But even that, a lot of the other leaders were killed when Avernus was brought into hell and when the meteor struck the cathedral. So Alder has taken up leading the survival efforts on behalf of Elturel, and he was here as part of a mission to try to get this helm because he thought the helm could help them.
You guys think there's any chance that if he dies, the helm comes off? Because I have Revivify.
Oh, I see where you're going here.
Kill him on purpose and then bring him back?
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to just go randomly kill someone just to try it, but if we have a reasonable expectation of it working.
We already aligned ourselves with the undead, so I don't see why we should stop now.
I was about to say, I can just contact the woman who's the exorcist, and maybe she could meet us halfway. She could come. I don't know. Do we have to bring him to her, or is there any way she can come to? Okay.
I think you want to bring him out of here, away from this portal, if nothing else.
Is he able to move on his own, or do we have to grab him?
Oh no, you got to carry him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's probably the way to go. Then we don't have to actually, kill an innocent person.
Alright. Send her a quick message, let her know we're on the way and that we need an exorcism stat.
All right. So, is she able to contact you back with that?
I mean, I think it's the type where it's 25 words to a creature. If they recognize the sender, they can answer.
Okay. Yeah, and her answer is, she definitely thinks she can help, but he's got to come back to the cathedral.
All right. Grab him.
Rhea is currently at 30 of 58 hit points.
So she still needs more. Okay. Let's throw a healer's kit her way.
11 more.
How's she looking?
41 of 58.
I will give her some healing hands, so she's got she gets 6 hit points.
6 more?
Just a free action I have, yeah.
Plus 6, all right. 47 of 58. Looking better.
Yeah. That'll get us there, hopefully. I can do more if we get into a situation, so.
Right.
All right, grab him. Who's got decent strength other than...
I definitely do not.
Do not.
Outside fancy
So,
stuff.
for his part, Ulder Ravengard is still alternating between talking in these two languages that you now know are Celestial and Abyssal.
Is he saying anything useful, since we do understand those languages? Or just kind of like religious mumbo-jumbo?
Let me see here. No, you know what? I think I can give you something for that. Hold on.
Cool.
He is describing in Celestial being at peace and seeing visions of troops gleaming in armor marching across a glassy plain with military precision. And then in the next breath in Abyssal, he talks about massive groups of disfigured monsters loping across a blighted landscape, tearing and screaming enemies.
Sounds like he's on some sort of line between heaven and hell.
Should we neutralize him?
We could do that, I suppose.
Hello?
Hey, how are you?
Alright.
Internet back.
Just getting it back, yes.
All right. Gotta hate when that happens.
Yeah, really.
Especially when you lost in your memories you were looking at a portal.
He just fell unconscious.
Yeah, about that.
Let's see. What do we do? Kill some minotaurs, and we got this guy. You know about the guy.
The guy with the helm?
Yeah, so we're bringing him back to the cathedral to have a exorcism kind of deal. That's more or less it.
Well, at least I got a nice little power nap.
Yep.
There was the discussion of killing Ulder, so that maybe to see if the helm came off and then using Revivify and bringing him back.
Yeah, I think if I was a different alignment, that would have been a better option, but I'm not sure I'm ready to do that.
That's the
And if we're gonna do that, we have to bring him to the altar first.
that's the clerical equivalent of did you turn it off and back on again?
Yeah, exactly.
Did that fix it?
Just yell
Oh.
there.
Also, I mean, if he's near death anyway, it's like, maybe let him go. End the misery.
Sorry, it was cheaper to res you.
Right.
Right. All right. I guess we're heading back.
All right, so as you get up the stairs to come back to the first floor and exit of the chapel here, Gideon hears you coming because Ulder is just babbling the whole time, and he orders you to stop and explain what the hell is going on here. Why is he speaking Abyssal? Is he some kind of demon or demonic ally?
We think he's possessed.
Listen, we've got an exorcist on speed dial. We're bringing him to her. This will all be resolved in a moment.
So there's a demon trapped in him.
More like the helmet he's wearing is linking him to not just a demon, but also a celestial. And they're kind of duking it out right now. And the poor man is just the vessel.
I don't know. This demon stuff makes me very uneasy.
Well, if you let us keep going, then we'll fix it. And it will be all better.
Can Fancy assuage his fears?
Let's have the group elect someone to make a persuasion check.
That's definitely not me.
I'm pretty good at those.
Or you could just roll it arbitrarily and hope for a good result, and that I'll just roll with it. So hey, look at that! Joe rolled an 18. So, you do persuade Gideon to let you go, but only barely. He's very uncomfortable with this demon thing, and he knows that the portal is not shut down, but that the Mezzoloth did report that you killed 3 demonic minotaurs, and Gideon is happy to hear about that. So with a good persuasion, you get out of the chapel and back into the Elturel map. Now, of course, we are down here in the Grand Cemetery right now, but whoa, look at that! And you guys can make your return to the cathedral.
Where was that? That's not the High Hall, is it?
Yes, the High Hall Cathedral. Correct.
High Hall. Okay. Gotcha.
Guess we'll slowly move that way.
I'll probably go like down this way. Probably close.
Now that's yeah, there's a path up. It's like a cliff face, but you can see that there's a path up. Right. Yeah, you can get up there.
That's
but let's have
quickest way.
let's do an encounter. Since we skipped Gideon, that didn't turn into a fight. Let's see what else we can encounter. So let's see. Rather than just call for anyone, let me see. Salim, why don't you roll a d10?
Alrighty, D10, here we go. Oh, fuck.
Okay. So, a quake rocks the city, and a building collapses in the distance. You can hear cries for help emerging from the rubble.
Is it nearby?
It says a building collapses in the distance. I'll just say it's this building right here. And you can hear screams for help coming from inside.
I'm sure they have like proper emergency services here.
I'm sure.
Oh,
Excuse me, 1 second. I'll be right back.
so is it? It's most likely a trap.
I mean, we have to pass by it anyway to get to the High Hall, so...
Isn't it sad? I thought the same thing.
Now you're just making excuses for us to go into a fiery wreck.
Well, we might as well go take a look, I suppose.
We have been the shoot first, ask later group, haven't we?
At times.
Oh, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. I like this.
I don't like that.
No, this is a good thing. I'll tell you because it's meta, so it doesn't matter. What they've done here with this collapsed building and the people is they say you have to succeed on 6 ability checks before you fail 3, which anybody who's played 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons knows as a skill challenge. Skill challenges were a big part of 4E, that, they were meant to be, right up there on tier with, like, combat. Getting to do a skill challenge was a chance to highlight all your non-combat skills. So that's what they're doing here with this. They've reintroduced a skills challenge. They just don't call it that anymore. But that is what is at play here. We have to keep the trapped victims from suffocating or being crushed. You got to succeed on 6 before you fail 3. Now, I won't tell you the DC and the different possible checks to include, but that's what you're looking at. If you want to get involved with this, if you want to decide it's not your problem, you can move on to the cathedral.
Do we want to collect that many dice?
It's D&D, so yes.
Okay.
I mean, Fancy is at its core good. You would want to help out.
Alright, I guess we're heading that way.
Carry more of your own weight. Whatever.
So what do you think? You want to help out?
Yeah, why not?
That's the building, right?
Right.
Maximum effort.
All right. So, all right. So, possible checks include athletics to remove debris, acrobatics to squeeze into tight places in the rubble, trying to free some people. Investigation could determine the best place to dig or support the structure, while perception could notice dangerous areas threaten to collapse further. Also possible is to use magic and other abilities. If you use them creatively in a descriptive way, that's an automatic success. You don't have to roll for. Yeah, let's roll initiative. Oh, we can't because we don't have our tokens on the screen. All right, forget that. That's too much of a pain. Let's just go left to right here. With my icons at the bottom of the Roll20 screen, I see that Kael is first after me. So what kind of check would you like to make to help out? You can really lawyer this up. The examples that I gave are, of course, solid examples. You can always try that.
So we have to clear a bunch of stuff out of the way.
The goal, the challenge, is to save the people.
Yes, so we got to get the stuff off them.
That's one way to save them.
I wonder if I can just thunder away a good section away.
Ooh, that could be bad. That could destabilize the wreck and cause it to collapse.
All right. I'm going to investigate to see if that's possible.
An investigation?
Yep. To see if that.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not a great roll.
Okay, well, you do. You find a spot that your plan you think could work, that you could definitely save somebody. You hear somebody underneath the rubble, and you could thunderwave away a portion of it, which is over to the side, kind of, and it's not going to bring down the rest of the structure, but you could definitely result in a rescue. That's when it comes back. Well, I guess we're not in initiative, so yeah, all right. So Thunderwave gets you a success. Let me grab a little sticky note here and start keeping track of success and failure. All right, so we've got 1 success and 0 failures. All right, anybody else want to try something?
Sure. I have Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and I was wondering, because it's basically I'm making a stone hand, if there's a way for me to maybe, like, move some debris with that and kind of, like, create a passage for people.
Well, you can see an area in which there is poised to collapse and kill several people instantly. But an area where if you could buttress it up, you would keep it from crushing them. So the earthen grasp can be used as kind of a wedge to keep the debris from collapsing and crushing people, resulting in a couple rescues.
Yeah, definitely. Is there like a secondary location as well, or is it just really that one spot?
That's what you were... I guess even technically I should have you investigate first before you do the spell. But again, we're not in initiative, so it's... Yeah, all right. So at the DC for all these is 10, so you crushed it. So we're at 2 successes. And that has been Rebecca and Chris. So we got Chris Meredith and Joe left.
Correct.
I could try acrobatics.
I'm gonna do investigation.
All right. Well, let's start with Muriel first. So she is going to do acrobatics to kind of squeeze into a tight place, and we'll see how good she does. She's going to dive right in with the dexterity acrobatics check. Crushed it. Okay, you get in there, are able to find some children who are really just too scared to move, and you lead them back out of the structure, and again result in a couple of rescues. So good job. All right, Joe, what do you want to do?
All right, Fancy is gonna try and play his pan flute in an investigative way where he can find more children.
He's going to use the echolocation of the flute to map out the structure.
That is correct.
Perfect.
All right, acoustics for the win. All right, so you do spot. Let's see, what did they say investigation was good for? To determine the best place to dig or support. So we'll say everybody else has been supporting the structure, but Fancy comes in and he finds some success digging. We might be all done with investigation at this point because we've used it multiple times. So I don't know that investigation checks will help any further. But who is yet to go?
I haven't gone.
Okay.
I'm like scouring my sheet for anything that might be useful here, and really not seeing a ton.
Right.
So I'm just gonna go with using medicine checks to for anyone who might be injured from the fall and the
Okay.
collapse.
Triaging the wounded, and yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll a medicine check then.
Can I use
You have
guidance
a
on that?
360 approach.
Yeah. I don't see why not. All
Don't
right.
need it.
Crushed it. All right. So there are definitely some people that came out of the rubble that were seriously injured and bleeding, bad enough that if not attended immediately, that it could have gotten very serious. So that's another success. You guys are 5-0. You haven't failed once. But I guess there's only 5 of you. So we'll roll some dice. So Marcus, you got another one in you? You got any spells you think would help? Or other abilities? Or?
Well, the other thing I was going to suggest was just guidance for whoever goes next.
Okay. All right, why don't I just take the mystery out of it here, and we'll do a roll. Look at that, I crushed it. So that is another success. You get them out. All right.
Awesome.
So there's something else happening, and I've just got to read it real quick here. So if I go quiet for a second, don't worry. I haven't fallen unconscious.
That's okay. I'm eating pizza.
I had pizza for dinner. Town spa.
Just had tacos.
Oh, I love tacos. Taco Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
Town spa is pretty good.
Yep. For those. All right, so all right, just give me a minute to set up a map. Rhea with you. The Mizoloth is no longer with you, but you've got Older with you. So I gotta drop some tokens here.
Lulu?
I got Lulu, I got Rhea, I got Older. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Who don't I have? I have Kyle, Celine, Marcus, Fancy. I don't have Muriel.
The owl?
I'm sorry, what are we doing?
I'm just setting up a map. There's something happening while...
Okay.
rather than keep you in suspense, I guess I can tell you as much of while you were performing this rescue, there was a patrol of devils that came by. And so now it might be a combat situation with these devils, and I'm setting up a map. 2 R's in that.
I thought we were aligned against the demons.
Well, you're kind of fighting them both. Your bigger problem right now is really with devils. Just the demons are just an aggravating factor.
And then the undead.
Just kill them all. They'll figure it out in hell.
So a demon that looks... That's weird. Let me get a full size... Let me see if I have a handout here.
That's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Here it is.
Okay, the full picture makes it
A little better.
a little better. Honestly, I'm getting Bayonetta vibes. If you've ever played those games, those remind me of the enemies.
So you've got a Meragon leading 3 spined devils through the streets. And that's what it is. It's a devil patrolling the streets. You can see them coming your way. They look at you and think that they may have found some mortal survivors, and they're interested in either killing you so that, or they could be looking to capture you, but they are coming up the street, and you still have some distance between you. They're not necessarily this close, but they're coming up the street. Do you want to do something about them, or do you want to run away?
If I can get the first move, I want to cast Fairy Fire on him.
I'll cast something on him.
All right. Let's give their leader a perception check. 16. So if you guys can, as a group, all stealth higher than a 16, you can basically stay hidden in the cover, and these guys are going to walk right up on you, and you'll be able to get a sneak attack round.
There it is.
All right, yeah, more than happy you succeeded. Okay. So I've got you on 2 sides of the road here. I'm not going to bother drawing on it, but they're walking up, this center boulevard, and you have taken your positions on the left and right side of the road. You can move your tokens now if you want to, take a minute just to get into a better position. I'm not expecting you to stay where I happen to drop your tokens. Oh yeah, and you got to watch out for Raven Guard. He's still incapacitated, so we'll say Lulu was over here watching him, and Rhea was trying to protect him as well. And Dagon, since Dagon's not here, and the rest of you can be down there. All right, let's roll for initiative. Am I missing a bird?
I grabbed mine.
The Raven, right?
Raven succumbed to friendly fire.
Oh, you don't have the Raven yet. Oh, you will again,
Yeah.
but just not now. Got it. All right, let's get this rolled out. And the owl is going to be able to dive bomb first.
He's gonna go right for the head guy. And end up there. Good help action on that guy right there.
All right. Did I close the initiative tracker? I did. There it is. It closes for everybody when I do that, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I learned that on Sunday. All right. So that was Mr. Owl. Oh, crap. What happened?
That's worse than closing it.
I didn't clear that.
Turn on.
And the music stopped at the same exact time.
Oh, that's weird. That's just roll 20 crashing.
Roll
it sounds
20
like.
just had some kind of hiccup. Look at that. We lost the turn order. All right, everybody roll again. Sorry. We got Marcus, Salim, Muriel, Kyle. I just need Fancy.
I rolled an 8.
Okay. 8 it is. Alright, sorting. And now we'll put the owl back, and Lulu goes first. Lulu is staying undercover. She is protecting the Duke and staying at his side. So we'll go to the Spine Devil, who does not have an action on this surprise round. Same thing. Kyle. Or Kyle. Or Keo. Or Kyle.
I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on them.
Alright. That should get all of
I
them,
thought
right?
the K was silent. I called him muted.
Yep.
Alright, dexterity. Alright, 2 of them made it. 1 failed. Alright.
And then on the head guy,
He got hit too, didn't he?
yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, there's a 14. Nope. So he's tagged too. Alright.
And that's my turn.
On the head guy, 12 damage. Alright, they know you're there now, Muriel.
Okay. I will shoot this guy up front.
I'm a class 16. Seventeen hits for 9 piercing damage. Magic.
Do I wait? That's Fairy Fire, right?
Oh, so you have
I have
advantage.
advantage,
so,
then I get sneak attack.
Nice. 19.
That's why it's a bullet.
Yeah.
Takes all of that, right?
Yep.
Alright. Spine Devil back here. What was that? Celine.
Okay. Sorry, my mouse had to wake it up. I'm gonna. You know what, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna cast, Earthen Grasp on, oh wait, it's 30 feet. Let me just double check. Okay. I'm gonna have to take 2 steps forward. I'm gonna cast it here.
Alright.
And I'm gonna aim for this guy. I'm gonna try and, like, grab him so he can't get closer to us.
So he failed his strength save. So that's 7 bludgeoning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the 6 goes to the other guy?
No, it rolls twice, but one is for if I grab him versus if I attack him with the hand.
I see.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know why they roll 2 different rolls for that.
Right, especially if they're the same die, right? One is a D, or one is 2D, what is that, 2D8? And the other's 2D6? No, they're both 2D6. Both 2D6.
Yeah, but on other turns, can't you do a gripping too?
Hold on, I'll put the spell back up, but that's what I mean, is, like, I'm gripping him, keeping him in place. So that's one roll, and then the other roll is like if I were just to attack him instead of like restraining him.
Got it. All right. So then we go to this guy covered in fairy fire. Oh, it's a surprise round. He doesn't get to go. Owl.
He's gonna fly over. Do the help action on that one on the bottom. And then he's gonna be right there.
All right, fancy.
Okay, so
All right, wisdom save on the Maragon. $20.
I had a question, but never mind.
All right.
Oh,
Marcus.
does vicious mockery get advantage? No, it doesn't.
No,
Never mind.
because it's a saving. Yeah, save. Right. All right, Marcus.
All right, just a sacred flame on the leader, or what I assume is the leader.
You guys are picking on him. Oh yeah, he failed. 9 radiant damage.
Yep.
Down he goes. One less creepy devil. Rhea. She's just leveraging her crossbow and has a crap shot. Go to Lulu. And now Spine Devil. He's got a fly of 40. And let's see. 50-50, he goes north or south. Let's do 1, 2 north, 3, 4 south. He's going south. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I really can't reach anybody but Salim. Remember that step you had to take forward?
Yeah.
The
Wait.
devil makes 2.
I was about to say, I said I grabbed him. Like, he's supposed to be restrained.
Oh, is he the restrained one?
Yeah, because I
should have
put it here. Yeah, I'm sorry, I meant the Spine Devil.
I took the damage off the Maragon, though. I did it all to the leader. So rather than retcon all that,
Okay.
let's just see if he hits. He gets 1 bite and 1 with its fork. You know what? He's not going to run up because he's got a ranged attack that I think he might use instead. So let me see. It's got a range of 20 feet. Let's do a D4. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. So this will be going, he'll be going after Kyle, so he's going to move 1, 10, 15, 20, 20. He can't move. Why am I doing the same thing twice? God damn it. I'm sorry. So he can't move. He's not in range unless he's got Rhea in 20 feet? No, it's not 20 feet. So he'll have to take a disadvantage shot. Are you having to concentrate on that Earthen Grasp, Salim?
Let me double check. Earth and grass, yes. It is a concentration.
Alright, so he's going to take a disadvantage shot at you because he's trying to break your concentration. Ooh, he had a good roll. But not very good damage. So it's a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Yeah, alright, so you maintain your concentration. He still can't move. He does get 2 attacks. Let me see something here. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there's no way. Alright, so that's 6 rounds of combat. So after round 6, I gotta start tracking their ammunition. But they've got enough ammunition to take them through 6 rounds of combat. Alright, 16 a hit for Salim?
Yes.
Alright, another DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Nice, okay. Go to this other Spine Devil, who is going to... Let's see how perceptive he is. Alright. The demons in the room where the portal was did not want to harm Alder Ravengard because he's part of the reason why the portal to the abyss is there. Devils, on the other hand, would love to kill Alder Ravengard because he's leading the resistance in Elturel and being a general nuisance to their plan of enslaving the entire population. So we're going to see with that perception check that he didn't notice Alder Ravengard over here, and I'm just going to roll. Let's see, how many of are you there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a nice D8 roll will tell me who he's thinking of attacking, and it's Rhea. Interestingly enough, he's going to stay back out of the fight, and he's going to attack with his tail spines on her. 12 misses, but a 23 hits for 10 points of damage. Rhea takes 10. Alright, Kyle.
Alright, my turn. It's I'm gonna take the one that was picking out Celine.
Restrained is the condition, right? I gotta put that on him so I don't forget.
Is that gonna...
Spine Devil, armor class 13.
Alright, so you get 16 there.
And is this the restrained one up front, or?
Yes, it is.
It is. Okay, 16 points of damage to him.
Followed by that.
Followed by 13 more. Down he goes. Muriel.
Okay. Nobody else has a dot, so I guess there's no more advantage.
The one down the bottom has the help action on it.
Ah,
Oh. Okay.
owl, right.
Then I'll shoot that one. Okay.
I love the imagery there of an owl just swooping in and distracting this thing while Muriel stands up and lines up a shot. Just perfect concert together. I love it. Very, very cinematic in my imagination. 17. Alright. And now he gets to go again. He just got tagged nasty with an arrow. He didn't like that. And his master is dead. he's gonna dash away. He's now 80 feet away. I can't quite put him 80 feet away, but we'll put him as far as I can up here in the corner. He dashed, and he didn't provoke any opportunity because, of course, he wasn't at range enough with you guys. So then we go to Salim.
Let's see how far this guy is. Alright, 40 feet, oof, I'm down to my last couple spots. Okay, Mind Sliver. That's 60 feet.
Intelligence save. Made it. 5 psychic.
It's it's a cantrip. God.
Okay. I'll remember that eventually, not. Alright, this guy's dead. Mr. Owl.
Well, he can't make it to the one all the way out there. So he's going to fly up on the one that's right here. End up there.
Alright. I'm so fancy.
Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna viciously mock that.
And it's
Fancy's gonna say, have you heard about the dyslexic devil worshipper? He sold his soul to Santa.
Alright, wisdom save. He made his save, so no mockery damage. And we go to Marcus.
Man.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a level 2 Cure Wounds on Salim.
Very nice. Well, she was only down 7 hit points.
No, I
Oh,
took
really?
2 hits, remember?
Oh, no, in my screen it shows here 37 of 44.
Yeah, I've got her in yellow.
I'm 26 out of 44. You know what? I see. Oh no, I was about to say I don't know why I'm showing up, but it says 26.
Huh, that's weird that we see something different. Roll 20, you bugger. Alright, so a little bit of healing for Salim, whatever her hit point situation is. And then we go to Rhea. Just gonna launch the heavy crossbow and hit for 2. Which only is 1 because her crossbow is not magical. Alright, Lulu is staying put. Spine Devil is dead. Spine Devil is buggering off. He's out. You guys want to give chase or let him go?
They're within 400 feet, right?
Yeah?
Unless you guys want to let him go.
I'm sure we'll see him again.
You know what? I'm going to give them potting shots in the ass.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Because I'm just that guy.
Yeah, alright. I'll say you hit one of them. You took him out as he ran away. The one that was more injured. They can fly,
Okay.
so they're not necessarily even at street level. They're up in the sky. They're flying away. All right. So with that was just an encounter that happened because you stayed in one place for long enough that a devil patrol happened upon you. But you were here, of course, doing a good thing in rescuing all the people in the collapsed building. So with that, I'll throw you back on the map of El Terrell, and we can get back to the High Hall Cathedral. Now, you're greeted by Feria Jinx and the druid that you saved. His name was Seltern Obranch. Okay, so Did you? What happened to Ravengard? Do you have any indication what happened to him?
I fell asleep during that part. Sorry.
Well done.
I mean, okay, I'm gonna do something risky. I'm gonna use telepathic speech to try and see if I can speak to him and understand what happened. If he's there, I'm specifically looking for Ilder.
So he's not exactly possessed in the traditional sense. Rather, what has happened is the magic of this helm was corrupted when it was brought into the nine hells. On the surface world, the primaterial plane, if you were to don this helm, you would commune with the god Torm. Something has happened to corrupt it down here in hell, and while it's partially working, it seems that some demonic essence has intertwined itself with Torm's presence by way of the helm, and she thinks there's a chance that it could be cast out with a proper ritual.
Well, sounds like a ritual it is.
So, Feria outlines what's needed for the ritual. The altar of Torm. Remember that desecrated altar that
Yep.
you looked at? She says that altar must be cleansed and the ritual performed before it.
That was under the bathhouse or something, wasn't it?
That was no. This is this was in
It's in the first opening for you.
in the high hall.
Yeah.
Let me
Right.
move us all back to the high
And
hall.
don't we have holy water on us now because we took it out of the thing down below?
Yes.
Right. So, yeah, back here is the desecrated altar. And let me officially review what it takes to clean it, because it says it right here back in the cathedral thing. So an altar can be restored in the following ways. Splashing at least 3 flasks of holy water on the altar destroys the desecrating elements and purifies the altar. That's probably the most straightforward way, and I think you do have at least 3 flasks of holy water.
Yep.
All right, excellent. So,
Don't we have the whole ration ones for it?
Yeah, we filled up wineskins with it because it's just water. So if I need to drink it, I can.
all right, have I got everybody in the right area? Yeah, all right, we've got us here. Everybody's here. This is technically where we are right now. All right, so another thing that Feria needs, let me get Ulder on this map because I don't have Ulder. There he is.
This is the cathedral.
Yeah, we're back at the cathedral, right. All right, so there's Ulder. He's stunned. Okay, so a creature standing within 5 feet of the restored altar must recite a special prayer to Torm. Only this prayer can break evil's hold on Grand Duke Ulder Ravengard's mind. A powerful symbol of courage and self-sacrifice is needed to empower the ritual. Feria suggests the great sword of the unknown hero in the right here. If you can see my ping. You remember that... here, let me see if I can read it to you. H5... 15.
Oh yeah, that greatsword. That was
Right.
just an ordinary greatsword.
Right, a gleaming greatsword, but
Yep.
a non-magical one, right?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, so that is what what is needed to perform this ritual. Feria warns that she's never attempted this particular ritual before, and you should be ready to step in and help her, or fight off any evil forces that might try to disrupt the process. The ritual prayer takes 30 seconds to recite. Feria knows the prayer by heart, but another creature can invoke a suitable prayer with a successful religion check. While the prayer is being spoken, one character must spend the next 5 rounds gently resting the sword of the unknown hero on the helm of Torm's sight. While the prayer is being spoken, the one holding the sword must make some Constitution saving throws, or take some damage. So you're talking about making 5 DC 11 Constitution saving throws, or taking 3d6 force damage for each failure. So it's a taxing ritual.
My Constitution's got a +4 on a proficient.
Mine's only +2.
And I should probably be the one doing the religion checks. What about Dagon? Since he's not here.
Sure, why not, right?
Have him be the one holding
Dagon
it,
the
since,
pally.
you know. Yeah.
I've got access to his character.
His card's pretty good, isn't it?
Let's see. Dagon on D&D Beyond.
Fancy knows how to perform a lot of gospel songs. Does that count? Can I do a performance?
Yeah, you could do that while we're doing this.
So, Dagon has a 14 Constitution +2 on his saving throws.
That's not bad. He'll be fine.
I got a +4.
Well, you do it then.
How many hit points does he have?
I think he's actually kind of low.
Dagon is,
Oh,
according
no,
to
he's
this,
full.
53 of 62 with 5 temp.
Wow.
Probably expired.
Yeah, I'll let him go then, because he's got a little bit more than me.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna call it right here, because there are some things that can happen during this 5 rounds, which might result in a little bit of combat. And with 5 minutes to go before the hour, and my wife encouraging me to come to bed on time tonight, I am gonna call it there.
Have a good night, Dan.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. You guys,
Sounds good.
thank you for another good one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying how the story is unfolding. Is there any plot points anybody needs clarification on that we want to spend a few minutes talking about while we have it to spare?
I don't think so.
No, everybody's kind of clear on everything. All right, cool. Did we ever explore this secret tunnel?
No.
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
The one that Fancy found?
Yeah, I believe Fancy
Yeah.
found it, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think we did.
Well, here I'll tell you the fun thing about that. So you followed the tunnel just out of curiosity, and it leads out from under the cathedral catacombs and away from the High Hall. Wherever the tunnel went before, now it ends at a gaping hole that is floating in the side of the large chunk of earth that is floating, into which El Terrell now clings, some 500 feet above the river Styx. So wherever the tunnel used to go, now it just leads to a big drop.
All right.
Interesting.
Right? Oh, we can put that mystery to bed. And I'll give you some warning here. Just something to start to think about. You've got to get down from El Terrell at some point onto the surface of Avernus. Immediately below you is either the river Styx or a hellish conflagration between devils and demons. That would be instant death if you were to drop into it. So start to give some thought about what inventive measures you might be able to Da Vinci up to get down from here. Climbing down, can get you only so far. Lulu has the ability to fly, but I don't know that anyone else does. So you might have to improvise some ways to get down, and so I thought I would mention that well in advance, because I guess it's something that your characters could be considering too, even though you're not necessarily at the point where you're ready to go down. As you've been walking around this chunk of earth floating in the sky, it's kind of occurred to you that it's something that you need to start to brainstorm for.
How many adrenaline junkies do we have?
Right?
I got feather fall so we can free fall all the way to the end, and then feather fall.
Featherfall's not.
Right. Things to consider. And don't be afraid to bring it up in the chat during the middle of the week if you get an idea. But all right, everybody. Thanks again. Have yourselves a great night, and we will see you all next Tuesday.
See you then.
All right.
Right.
See ya.
Night,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it easy.